Remember when the media said that the world was going to collapse because Trump won? Back in 2016, the U.S. media said that Trump's victory would not only crash the U.S. economy, but the global economy, plunging everybody and the world into recession.
Markets around the world are in turmoil at this hour over Trump's astonishing victory.
U.S. stock markets will open, but the global markets were very quick to respond to Donald Trump's defeat of Hillary Clinton, sinking in anticipation of a Trump presidency.
Global investors had expected and wanted a Hillary Clinton presidency. They didn't get it. Now you're going to see volatility, guys.
Okay, and Paul Krugman of the New York Times said global recession. Fast forward to today. If you had sold your stocks based on what the pundits there said, you would have missed out on $9.1 trillion in market run-up. We've got jobless rates, the lowest in half a century. Worker retirement plans, including union worker plans, soaring even higher. Historic economic confidence, wait for it, among millennials. That's got Democrats in a scramble. Now this, Joe Biden is actually trying to attack Trump and the economy. But top newspapers, the New York Times and the Washington Post, saying Joe Biden's getting it wrong. Let's bring in Bach Enterprises CEO and billionaire Ernie Bach Jr. Ernie, 4 quarters of GDP at 3%. Another good jobs report. You're taking all this.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. I think the Democrats have a real problem putting somebody up against Trump. I mean, if the election was tomorrow, I think Mr. Trump would win.
Median household income also plummeted under Obama and Biden. Here's how Donald Trump might win in 2020. He could quote Ronald Reagan. Watch.
Ask yourself, are you better off than you were 4 years ago?
Your take on that, Ernie?
Well, I'll tell you, with AOC as the Pied Piper and Pelosi's rhetoric, they are in big trouble serving somebody up. They're destroying the American dream. They're demonizing wealth. They've got real problems.
You know, Joe Biden said most people did not get the tax cut. The New York Times saying, Joe, most Americans did get a tax cut as a result of Trump's tax cuts and the Job Act. The Washington Post fact-checked Joe Biden, gave him 4 Pinocchios. The Washington Post is saying, hey, the top 1% pay an astonishing 24% of all federal income tax revenue. The top 20 paid 95%. Your take on the newspapers correcting Joe Biden?
Yeah, well, I think Joe Biden's got it wrong. I don't think he's got a shot of winning at all. I don't even think he's part of the demo that the Democrats want. He's not really what they're looking for. I think he's going to crash and burn very quickly.
You know, Ernie, you're a businessman. You know what it takes to provide health insurance. I mean, we know that Joe Biden's going to defend Obamacare. He wants a public option as part of this. Politico is saying Joe Biden is heavy on emotion and light on policy. Kellyanne Conway is saying on Joe Biden, is Biden for Medicare for all? Because Medicare for all means Obamacare didn't work. Do they have a point there?
Yeah, I think they have a point. It's so scattered. It's hard to grab hold of anything they're talking about because it's this way, it's that way, it's Trump, it's not, it's crazy.
You know, the other thing too, Ernie,